The Maputo Protocol, it means a lot for women in terms of facilitating, promoting and advancing gender equality at the African continental level. It's one of the pieces of protocols that has brought transformative change for women. It has a preamble that understands the challenges that women face in Africa particularly, and trying to give us solutions for them. One of the unique features that the protocol has, for example, is the sexual reproductive health rights. That is not spoken in any other international human rights instrument, but it's basically urging African states to be able to consider the specific needs of women in terms of their sexual reproductive rights. We've seen a lot of transformation. First of all, in terms of our cultural setting, appreciation of the role that culture plays in terms of facilitating gender equality. So we are looking at a constitution which has transformed after the Maputo Protocol to be able to recognize that, yes, we shall appreciate culture as long as it is not repugnant to justice and morality. And you know, those are the areas that women used to face a lot of harmful cultural practices, or cultural practices that are biased for women representation and participation in even political spaces at the grassroots level. So we're looking at a situation where Kenya is now reporting back 20 years after and saying that our constitution itself has addressed Article 5 of the Maputo Protocol in terms of removing the cultural barriers that are existing, trying to come up with legislative provisions that are addressing issues of harmful cultural practices, for example, female genital mutilation. We now have a Female Genital Mutilation Act as a country. So we have also reported reduced cases of FGM in our country, of course attributed to all that celebration that we're doing under the Maputo Protocol. The other thing I'm also proud of as a country for us is how we've been able to implement Article 4 of that Maputo Protocol, which is basically aiming to eradicate all forms of violence against women and girl child in Africa, and particularly for Kenya. We've made steps ahead. We are now celebrating the establishment and rollout of the sexual gender-based violence courts, first ever in our country. We're now looking at 12 as a number as a country. In terms of the challenges that Kenya is facing in the implementation of Maputo Protocol is, first of all, creating awareness and trying to link the different steps that were meant to be made by ratifying Maputo Protocol. One of the clarion calls that I'm giving to women who are now in leadership is to create a mentorship structure, because you're creating a gap. That there are those ones we perpetually celebrate time and again when it's political participation, when it's social economic rights, but we need to bridge the gap between the women who are up there and the youth who are growing, so that we seal that gap that is expanding day in, day out, to be able to now create a network of women who are empowered generally in the context of Maputo Protocol, that they are able to take on the recommendations given and lobby for them at advocacy level.